Hello and welcome back. Bit of a new type of video today. If you've been following me for a while on YouTube or on Twitter, links available above. You'll have seen the Big Finish style Doctor Who covers I've made. Some of the stories you may recognise, some you might not. It's been a dream of mine for a while to write for Doctor Who, whether it's for the TV series, whether it's a book, or if it's at Big Finish itself. And whenever I've had a potential story idea, I like to create the cover as sort of the first step to try and bring it to life. Today I've decided to move on to the second step, pitching a couple of story ideas. So if anyone at Big Finish happens to be listening, just give me a shout. Got a couple of ideas, such as a World War I Cyberman story with the Third Doctor, a pure historical with the Fourth Doctor and Leela during the events of Prohibition, or spoilers for Perry and the Piscon Paradox, The Five Perrys, which, come on Nev, if you don't write it soon I will. I thought it might be interesting if rather than choose just some random story ideas, I thought it would be interesting to pitch a box set. A 3-part series featuring the 10th Doctor and an original companion. So sit back and enjoy. Spoilers for the plot details if somehow these stories see the light of day. First up we have Episode 1, Ice and Diamonds, which is set on an ice planet where a ski resort is being constructed. 3 of the residents working at the resort are 2 sisters, let's call them Jade and Crystal for the time being, and their father. Just a heads up, Anna Taylor-Joy is just a placeholder. Not necessarily who would play this character, especially given how she's currently in high demand as an actor. Also watch Queen's Gambit on Netflix, it's really good. But if you did manage to get her, that would be really cool. Moving on. The 10th Doctor, during the events of the specials, arrives on the planet in search of a holiday, but is called into action when somehow the skin of the 2 sisters slowly begins to crack open. Their investigation into what is causing this affliction leads them to a laboratory hidden within the ice, where their so-called father is in reality working with Syl from the 6th Doctor's era, played by Nabil Shaban. Though since Syl is a Philip Martin character, his involvement in the story isn't very likely unless Martin agrees to co-write the story or write it himself. I just thought it'd be an interesting idea to see Syl and the 10th Doctor interact. Anyway, we discover not only is the man who they thought was their father in fact an imposter who kidnapped them as children, but neither of the sisters are actually human. It's revealed that originally they were some sort of silicon-based life form made out of a rare diamond or crystal, but were given the appearance of humans as a disguise. With the help of Syl's finances, he has tried to restore their true forms, kill them, and sell the diamond remains of their bodies for profit. Using the equipment they have hidden within the ice, they succeed in restoring the sisters to their true form. Thankfully, the Doctor is able to stop Syl from killing both of them, but one of the sisters does die from the process. Syl escapes, but the surviving sister confronts and kills the man who claims to be her father. Unsure of her place in the universe, she asks the Doctor to take her with him to find out who she really is and where she comes from. Reluctantly, the Doctor suspends his isolation and agrees to take her with him. As well as this, Jade decides to take the remains of her sister with her, in the hopes of burying her on their home world, wherever that is. Next up, we have Treasure of the Dragon, a pseudo-historical set during Rome's siege of Britain. The TARDIS brings them there after the Doctor attempted to use the telepathic circuits in order to find out where Jade comes from. Unsure why they've been brought here, the two are forced to join with a band of Roman soldiers, attempting to regain stolen riches they have collected, which have fallen into the possession of what appears to be a dragon. Once they're able to escape from the Romans, the Doctor and Jade confront the dragon, discovering not only can it speak, but recognises that the Doctor is a Time Lord. When it learns what Jade is, the dragon relents its control over the treasure and suddenly disappears. It is revealed to have been just an illusion, like Jade's true form, human form, which at this point is gone, and as a result she has to sort of hide her appearance from the soldiers with a cloak, but that's something we can work out later. The dragon had been created by a device hidden within the treasure, with a seal of Rassilon on the side. It connects with Jade's hand and refuses to remove itself. So, the Doctor takes her back to the TARDIS, plugging the device into the console, which takes them on their next journey. Throughout this story, there are going to be flashbacks to when Crystal was alive, acting as foreshadowing for the finale, and to expand on the relationship of the sisters. The final part of this set is Blood Crystals, which started life as a 7th Doctor story, which was going to be a sequel to the Forge saga, though I came up with this idea before I found out what happened to Hex, so really it doesn't really make much sense considering his ultimate fate. I won't go into too much detail on this story, but given the title and the fact that I just mentioned it was connected to that series, this one involves vampires. It brings them to a small moon, seemingly made of crystals. As they begin their investigation, they discover the remains of technology left behind. They soon begin to hear voices in their head begging them for help. Suddenly, the remains of Crystal that Jane brought with her begin to reform, somehow restoring her to life, but she isn't quite herself. The Doctor is then forced to make a terrible choice, whether he saves the sisters or let a great evil escape from its prison. And that is my pitch for a Big Finish box set. Would you like to see this come to life someday? Probably not, but if you do, let me know in the comments below, and if you have any thoughts on how I could expand on it, anything you would like to see. I hope you enjoyed this little story time, and hope that if anyone from Big Finish does hear this, if they like the story, then I'd love to bring it to life someday, even if somebody else writes it. Please give me a shout, it would be really cool. If you'd like to hear any more story ideas that I've collected over the years, then let me know in the comments section. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on social media, if you haven't already, of course. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.